One pull of this trigger, you don't want to with me, my cracker. Come on, at you like a heart attack. Cause your fucking shit psychotic and you're mad whack. You stupid ass transition cracker. You have to be careful, fellas, because they're putting hormones in our food, which are causing girls who are really young to look a lot older than they really are. What? So you got to be careful with that. Some of these chicks who look like they might be in college, well, they're not. So be careful. If you're going to pick up on chicks while drinking, the best place to do it is at the bar, because you know what you're getting into. Online dating. Excuse me. And the best way to pick up on chicks, man, besides wearing tactical soap, is to have a bloody sense of humor. If you can make a chick laugh and make her feel safe, you know, that's going to get you cool points with the ladies. Yeah. Hold up. And that's the thing of it. If you're trying too hard to get laid, it's very apparent. Men should not sacrifice their self-respect to get a piece of ass. Just, we call that simping, and we're going to say this: stop it. Suckers idolizing mediocre. Yeah. Women can be simps too. We call those idolizing mediocre penis. I'm very protective of women because it's just a natural knee-jerk male instinct. It's programmed. It's the way I was taught. It's the way I am. Popeye the Sailor Man. I is what I is, and I am what I am. Like, women and men are exactly the same. They just think a little bit differently. That's how it is. Essentially, women want the same thing as men. It's just they're taught differently, you know. It's the way women and men are raised in our society. In YouTube, you cannot let the bullshit get to you. If you're not getting laid, oh well. It's not the end of the world, you know. Next thing I'm going to say, if you have crazy chicks in your life, you got to stay on your toes, man. You cannot let them emotionally manipulate you. This is not saying anyone in particular. This is just some solid advice. In my defense, though, I was a little bit drunk. You might find certain aspects of that woman attractive, but you cannot let that dick thinking blindside you. Because women are very crafty in using their and their emotions to manipulate men. They're good at it, and when you call them out on their bullshit, they get defensive and start crying and going, "Why are you being so mean? Why are you being mean to me? Stop yelling at me." Oh, that didn't just happen. You got to keep your wits about you, YouTube. And don't be afraid to call out people's bullshit. That's what I'm saying. They might not like to hear it, but you also got to be able to call out your own bullshit too. Which brings me to my next point. If you can keep peace with these individuals, that's better off than making it more drama in your life kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah! But having an argument with a woman is kind of pointless. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? It's like you have a choice between getting bit by a venomous cobra or having an argument with a woman. And I would say that getting bit by the cobra is more productive. A little gender humor for you. Third thing I'm going to say is that you cannot rush love. You know what I'm saying? You cannot rush love. You got to take time to know the person. Regardless of how they may feel or how you may feel, you cannot rush into a good thing. You got to take time, because love is like making a fine batch of mead. It doesn't just happen overnight, you know. You got to have the right ingredients, and Let it age properly. And fellas, you gotta stop thinking with your because that tends to get you into trouble. Women do this crap too. It's called thinking. And women who think with their heads, you know, it's the same thing as thinking, but it's like for females. If you're the kind of person that's had nothing but shitty dating partners, eventually you gotta stop blaming them and start going, maybe in this equation it's also your fault. And maybe you're attracted to assholes and you need to get some help for that. And guys do this crap too. You know, they do. If you encounter the psycho crazy chicks all the time, then congratulations, you're probably attracted to crazy women. Now, crazy women tend to give some crazy good, but sometimes it's just not worth it, YouTube. Sure, this might feel good, but is it worth your mental sanity? The answer is no, it's not. If you can find yourself a woman that's easy enough on the eyes and easy to talk to and easy to please, there you go. And when you're trying to find love and companionship, it's 50% looks and 50% personality. If you have a healthy balance where you find them attractive both physically and mentally, and when you two have a conversation, it just clicks. And when you find that person, you'll know because you'll be crazy about them and they'll be crazy about you, kind of thing, and it'll just be nice. But you're not going to find that overnight, you know. Sometimes it takes going through a couple of scenarios before you find the right one, and it's unfair, but I feel like you wouldn't appreciate your so-called soulmate if you didn't have to go through the loops, so to speak. But I'm telling you right now, if you quit trying to get laid, you play it cool and casual with the ladies, and quit giving a shit if you get laid, and you respect women, and you rock some tactical soap, and you wait patiently, see what happens. See what happens. Women are so used to men chasing after them and giving them whatever they want because men want their dick sucked and the men want pussy. When you're seeing busted ass chicks who are going, I'm not going to date someone unless they make this much money, blah, 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 you have to fucking laugh because when you're seeing busted ass chicks who only want dudes who make $500K to $1 million, I'm like, honey, you can get in line with the rest of these chicks that want dudes like that because he certainly isn't going to pick your ass unless he's into it. The first couple of times you might date an asshole, it could be their fault, but after like several guys, and every one of them just happens to be a piece of asshole, eventually you gotta think, maybe it's you. Maybe your crazy bullshit scared them off. Or it keeps guys at a distance. And that's the thing of it. People are very manipulative, YouTube. They can hide their asshole, psycho, crazy sides. And then when it starts to come out, you're already trapped in this relationship. So, don't be in a rush to get married or have a relationship. Take time to know the person. You know, especially if people involved have been in hurtful situations regarding love. To quote the song, I'm half the man I used to be, you know, kind of thing. Take time with a wounded hand. And in my experience, I've been rejected by every chick I've liked since the 4th grade just to grow up and become a famous YouTuber that a lot of chicks want to be. So it's funny how that works out.